The when it comes to a topic in your life, throughout your life, it's been meant different things. Spirituality. How much does it inform the journey that you're on today?
Well, I started out, I went to Catholic schools for, 7 or 8 years, and I was Catholic. And then I went to the Latin school, and I kind of drifted away from religion entirely. And then I stayed that way for some years, and my mother sent me The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, which is about thinking positively and getting good results. It's something that my parents had tried, and they found good results doing that. So I read the book, and I decided to apply that. I started going around saying, I trust everything will work out all right. And that was something I said back in the Byrds. And I believe that positive attitude was what helped the Byrds come together and become a successful band. So I was doing that. And at the same time, I'd run into Richmond Shepard, who was a mime in Greenwich Village. And I remember walking down the street with Bob Carey, who'd been in, I think it was a Highwayman or one of the I forget it was a folk group. Alan Alkin was in it too, with Bob Carey. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody will know that. Anyway, I was walking down the street in the village with these two guys, and Bob Carey had something to get high on. And I asked Richmond if he wanted some, and he said, no, I got something better. And I said, what's that? And he told me it was this thing that he was into out of Indonesia. It was like a spiritual exercise. So I went to New York, and to the one in New York, and I got into it. And then when I moved to LA, I got into it there, and I started doing it. And it was okay for a while, and then I kind of drifted away from that. And I stayed that way for a while until I got this kind of heaviness. I felt like a pressure on my chest and heavy arms. And I ran into a jazz piano player in LA named Billy. And I told him what that was. And he said, yeah, it sounds like a spiritual problem. Do you believe in the power of prayer? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, let's pray together. I said, okay. So he prayed that I would accept Jesus at that point. And nothing happened right then. Nothing happened for weeks. And I was in the San Fernando Valley at my girlfriend's house, and I started to feel this heavy stuff again. And I said, oh, God, how can I keep from feeling like this? And I didn't hear an audible voice, but something in my spirit said, well, you could accept Jesus. I went, okay. And bam, the thing lifted off. And it's been gone ever since. I haven't had it since. So, okay, there I was. I didn't know what that was. I was spiritually transformed.
Right.
And I ran into this biker friend I knew, and I was driving home, and he said, let's get some girls and some Coke and have some fun. And I said, no, man, I don't feel like it. He said, what are you into, Jesus? I said, how do you know? He said, I can see it. I can tell. He said, I tell him to work the other side of the street. Yeah, so I not only got this experience, but I got to tell somebody about it, which I found out later you're supposed to do. And then I met my wife, and I told her about Jesus in acting class, and she stomped off the stage in a rage, and all the kids in the class went, yay, what was that? They thought it was like a Tennessee Williams play we were doing, but it was real. And then she accepted Jesus, and we've been there ever since. Gone to different churches. We used to go to church in Van Nuys called the Church on the Way with Pastor Jack Hayford, and we still follow his teaching all the time.
Oh, well, that's cool. And it all started with the keyboardist, Billy.
Yeah, I never saw the guy again. But now, as far as your original question, how does that influence my work? Well, I went through the Bible, and I said, I prayed about it. I said, you want me to be like a Christian musician? And I got, no, stay where you were when you were called. Just be a secular musician.
You felt that?
Yeah, I got that from God.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted me to do. He didn't want me to go out and do the Billy Graham crusades or whatever, or get on Christian TV although I've done that a couple of times, but it's not my thing. Every time I do that, it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just supposed to be an entertainer and a folk musician.
Right on. And you get that intuitive feeling. I like that.
Yeah. So I don't even try to sneak it on people. I just do what I do.
Yeah, well, it's a weird topic for some folks, spirituality. Not for me, but it's something because I read that about you, and I'm really appreciative that you would share that. And some of the songs even have a connection to that.
Some do, yeah. I don't do a
Turn,
lot.
turn, turn.
Turn, turn, turn does. That was before this happened. That was in my kind of, well, it was in my Norman Vincent Peale mode.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody asked me if I knew Turn, Turn, Turn. I'd played with Judy Collins on her third album, and I was musical director, and we did Turn, Turn, Turn on that. It went, everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. It was kind of like that. But they asked me if I knew it, and this is after the Byrds were going, and I was into folk rock, and so I did it like everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to read. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stone, a time to gather stone together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of pain, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time for peace. I'm sure it's not too late.
Roger McGuinn, HPR's Atherton Performing Arts Studio. It's one for our moms, Jason. Song they'll definitely connect with. You've done a lot today, man. I really appreciate it. It's music. Your music goes, but like I said, all the way through my life. I was just a baby in the playpen or whatever. My parents were playing the records, you know. So it's really something. We're really fortunate that you've got a few dates left in your tour coming up for folks. This is airing Friday. Going to be playing tonight, Hilo. Going to be over at the Honoka'a People's Theater Saturday the 22nd, and the 25th and 26th, Tuesday and Wednesday, lovely EAL Theater in Maui. Going to be really special for folks. I'm really appreciative that you would come down here and do this for us. It means a lot, and we've had a lot of great people in this room. But it was special to hear some of those songs, and I value your time, Roger. I hope you had a good time doing this.
Oh, yeah, I did. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'm not going to throw you out of the room, but do you want to play one more, or are we good?
I'm going to play one. This is one I'm thinking about putting up on the Folk Den when it comes out in September. University, and he contacted me, and they have an archive of Arkansas songs, and so I found this. It's like an old bluegrass song, and it's called the Blackest Crow, and I'm just learning it now. Let's see. I gotta work on it a bit. As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. Each night I suffer for your sake, you're the girl I love so dear. was going with you, or you were staying here. The blackest crow that ever flew would surely turn to white. If ever I prove false to you, bright day would turn to night. Bright day would turn to night, my love, the elements will mourn. If ever I prove false to you, the seas will rage and burn. And when you're on some distant shore, think of your absent friend. And when the wind blows high and clear, a note to me pray send. And when the wind blows high and clear, please send your love to me, that I might know by your handwrite how time has gone with thee.
It's Roger McGuinn, legendary cat here in HBR's Atherton Performing Arts Studio. Jason Taglianetti handling our engineering and production for us today. Thank you very much, Jason. Appreciate it. And Roger, man, thanks for coming down here. Thanks for doing this and supporting public radio in the strong way that you have.
Oh, I got to do one little thing. This is something I do in my show. As you know, NPR has interlude music between the shows, right? Well, I cooked up a little thing that I call it, this is what I do before the intermission, and I say that was your NPR interlude music, and we're going to take a 15-minute break now. Let me do it again. Here we go.
Maybe I'll use that as bumper music on my show.
It's a bumper. You can use it.
Yeah, you don't do the ATC theme, do you?
Huh?
The all things considered theme. You know that there's like a theme. I was gonna get Joe Satriani to do it the other day, and I forgot to ask him. But I was just seeing if you happen to know that, dun 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 dun, dun you know the theme. Nah, next time you're here, that'll be our project. We'll have you play the all things considered.
Yeah, but I've
theme.
heard some little ditties like that. With like a 30-second. 30-second, like to play it out of a show and into
spots or something, or into the next thing. Well, now we have our own done here.
Yeah, you can use that if you want.
I would appreciate it.
Let me do it again. I might be able to get it better.
You're a bumper.
And you can loop it.
And thank you. I appreciate it, Roger.
Okay, that was fun. Thank you.